Once upon a time, in a small village nestled at the edge of a dense and eerie forest, there was a legend whispered among the townsfolk. The forest was said to be haunted by spirits of the past, who roamed the dark shadows beneath the twisted branches. Locals spoke of mysterious sounds, haunting melodies, and eerie apparitions that appeared only during certain moonlit nights. One fateful night, when the autumn moon cast its magical light over the village, a group of adventurous companions gathered around a preeminent fire. The wind carried a chill, and the leaves rumbled like ghostly whispers as they sat together, their faces lit by the swaying flames. One of them is a young girl named Emma, who is known for her curiosity and courage. He had heard many stories about this haunted forest, but was always drawn to the unanswered details. Tonight, his curiosity reaches its peak and he decides to explore the forest, inviting his friends to join him on this gripping adventure. As the group near the edge of the forest, a feeling of horror enveloped them. However, they can't resist the allure of the haunting stories. Emma took a deep breath, stepped beyond the forest threshold. Her friends followed her nervously. The forest sank into an eerie silence, interrupted only by the distant hoot of an owl. The outstretched branches looked like bony fingers, creating grotesque silhouettes under the moonlit sky. Emma carried a lantern to light their path, its dim light casting eerie shadows over the trees. As they went deeper, the atmosphere became more and more terrifying. Faint whispers were carried by the wind, causing the group to stop and exchange anxious looks. Every step became more and more resounding, and their hearts beat wildly in a mix of excitement and fear. Suddenly, they heard a sinister melody that sounded from all around. The notes seemed to come from nowhere, and from all over the place at once, playing on their senses like a symphony of ghosts. The group huddled closer together, trying to identify the source of the music that sent chills down my spine. Emma, captivated by the sight, felt a strange tug in a certain direction within the forest. He couldn't explain it, but it was as if an invisible force was pulling him forward. Her friends, now completely terrified, hesitated but followed her, not willing to let her venture alone into the unknown. As they continued walking, the forest grew denser and more confusing. The trees seemed to be twitching, and the ground beneath their feet felt uneven and dangerous. A dim light began to appear ahead, and they approached a clearing where an old and rusty tree stood tall and proud, shining upon them with a magical light. Under the tree, a figure clad in a torn robe played a sinister tune on a melancholic violin. The musician's face remained hidden, protected by darkness. The music seemed to enchant the group, causing them to pause and exchange anxious looks. Every step became more and more resounding, and their hearts beat wildly in a mix of excitement and fear. When looking at the musician's hidden face, Emma felt a strange tremor in her heart. There seemed to be an invisible bond that connected them, as if the musician's spirit was speaking directly into Emma's soul. Cautiously, Emma spoke to the musician. "Who are you? Why are you here? What do you want?" The musician looked at her with sad eyes, then began to speak in a melodious but sad voice. "I am a spirit trapped in this forest because I couldn't fulfill a promise I made. My soul is filled with regret and pain. But your curiosity, Emma, brought you here for a specific reason." Emma swallowed hard and asked again, "What promise have you made? And how can I help you?" The musician replied, "In the past, when I was alive, I swore to love someone with all my heart. But I failed to keep that promise because I left that person and betrayed them. Now, I'm trapped in this forest, playing melancholic music as punishment for my sins." Emma feels sympathy for the musician's tormented spirit. Without hesitation, he promised, "I will help you fulfill your promise. I will find the person you love and convey your message to him." Hearing this promise, the magical light around the musician grew brighter, and his face appeared relieved, although it was still covered with sadness. The musician thanked Emma and said that he would help the young adventurer find traces of his loved ones. Dengan bantuan Romo Sisi, Emma dan teman-teman melanjutkan perjalanan mereka melalui hutan yang berhantu. Mereka melewati banyak rintangan dan tantangan misterius, tetapi semangat untuk membantu roh tersatu mendorong mereka maju. Finally, they found traces of an old woman living in a remote forest. The woman claimed to know the deceased musician. According to him, they had been close friends in the past. Emma, with great emotion, conveys the musician's message to the woman. Tears began to flow from the old woman's eyes. He felt touched and called upon to forgive musicians who had died and free him from punishment. From that day on, the musician's spirit was no longer seen in the forest. It is said that he found peace after hearing the news from the old woman. Emma and her friends returned to the village with mixed feelings of happiness and sadness. They realize that even though the forest is haunted, there are deeper and touching stories from beneath the darkness waiting to be uncovered. Legends of the haunted forest and encounters with the musician's spirit continue among the villagers, teaching them courage, faith, and the importance of fulfilling promises once made. And every time the full moon shines over the forest, a soft melody is heard that accompanies the night breeze, reminding everyone of the unforgettable story of the haunted calling forest. Thanks you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Wait for the next video. See you, bye bye.